Brad Holmes spoke about Penei Sewell. It brought a tear to Stick's eye.
It's just so beautiful, man.
It is so beautiful. We have the footage. Penei, where we get this from?
Yeah, this is from the This Is Football podcast on ESPN.
All right, let's run this. Here's Brad Holmes talking about our guy, Penei Sewell.
Man, it's so much. Like, he's gifted, obviously. Like, he's genetically gifted. He's got athletic ability, but it's just the toughness and the grit and the intelligence and how much he hones his craft. And, like, he never is looking for an easy way out. You know, guys that reach that level and have the big contract, that's when you can start kind of, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do that. All off season, he's working. He's trying to still get better. And that was a lot like how Aaron Donald was. It's just almost like you almost have this, like, undrafted mentality.
Yeah,
almost.
wait. That's what Andrew Whitworth said, that Aaron Donald was on this show when I asked him the same question about Badasses. He said he's the only player he saw that every day of his career played like an undrafted free agent, worked out like an undrafted free agent. It's June 3rd. No one cares about anything, and Aaron Donald is in the gym acting like he has to make the team.
And that's often the separator, man. That's often the separator. It's like it's mindset, mentality, those intangible qualities. Everybody's looking for the upside of the physical traits, how big, strong, and highlight plays, and Man, all that stuff doesn't matter if you're not wired right. And so guys like Penei Sewell, we got a lot of other guys on this team too, man. But, Penei Sewell, Aaron Donald, like those guys are just wired a different way.
I love that.
That has the ability and wired that way.
Love that.
Exclusive interview with Brad Holmes and the new head cheerleader for the Minnesota Vikings.
Stick.
It looked just like him, didn't it?
Sounded like how I think that guy would sound too.
Stick.
Zesty.
Moving on. Okay. That was Brad Holmes with NFL. There's an NFL Network podcast, right?
ESPN.
ESPN.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
sorry.
There was no NFL Network.
That is.
well,
They're
yeah,
one and
right.
the same. One and the same. Okay, I'm going to put the train back on the tracks right now.
Good luck.
Despite Stick's takeover attempts. Look.
I'm glad it wasn't us, that's all.
Okay. Thank you, Stick. Duly noted. Moving on.
Could you imagine waking up to that? All right, Brad Holmes, Penei.
Brad Holmes, Penei. Aaron Donald.
Beast.
Look, Brad Holmes didn't say anything that we don't already know. But, Stick, I do think in this town sometimes with Penei Sewell, it goes overlooked. It goes taken for granted. Do we understand in this town that you are watching an ironclad, surefire Hall of Famer at work in his prime? No thought process to it. There is no debate. The man is on a Hall of Fame arc. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Get out in front of inflation, NFL Hall of Fame. Start making his jacket now. Buy those materials at today's prices, not 12 years from now prices. The fact that, and you hear Brad Holmes doing this too, comparing him to Aaron Donald, the greats of all time at their position. And guess what? And Spenny, like, look, we bounce back and forth. We get these lists, and they're like Lane Johnson, all this kind of stuff. Make no mistake. If GMs in the National Football League right now had their pick of any tackle that they could take, it would be Penei Sewell, and it wouldn't be close.
Yeah, I think the only thing that holds him back is he plays right tackle. If he was playing left tackle and dominating,
because that's what the situation he's in calls for.
I'm not faulting him for it. But what
anyone
I'm
that
saying
holds
is,
it against him, that's dumb. I'm sorry, that's dumb.
I don't think people hold it against him. I think that's why he flies under the radar as much as he does for being the dominant force that he is, because everybody puts so much emphasis on the left tackle, the left tackle, the left tackle, the left tackle. And we know Penei could switch over there and play it no problem, but we're in the fortunate situation of having a Taylor Decker who's a pretty damn good left tackle. But also I think what works against him is he is a set it and forget it guy. Like,
that's it.
You don't have to worry when he's in the building. You just know it's safe when Penei's on the field. But you saw it year one, the dog in him when he face masked up Aaron Donald toe-to-toe as a rookie. And what was he, 20 years old then?
And said, I'm not putting up with your shit, man. Like, that's it.
I don't
Nick
care
Bosa, Aaron Donald, like, on the scene, day one.
There is no tougher guy in the league at that time than Aaron Donald. So there was, like, nobody else he could have done that to show that, hey, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm here to handle business, and nobody's going to push me off my spot. I can't speak highly enough about him. And then when you go beyond the football player that he is and you see him on the field with his kids after the game, you see him being the type of guy and the type of leader that you would follow into battle. Those are the guys that you need to have the type of success that the Lions have had over the past 3 years. He was the very first draft pick of Brad Holmes. You know what Brad Holmes did? He went and got Jared Goff, then he went and got Penei Sewell. Step 1, step 2, and here we are today because of that.
DNC ENT in the chat, and he sums it up very, very well. He's 24. He ain't even in his prime yet. Like, think about that. Wait till he figures it all out.
Wait till he gets his man strength.
Right. He's already the best tackle in the league, and like you said, he hasn't hit his prime yet. That's nuts. Insane.
It's guys, I go back to it often when we have these discussions about the Lions. And the evidence is out there for you. For him to come in here the way he did, and as you said, Brad Holmes' first draft pick.
Yep.
He, from second one, said this shit stops now.
Yep.
And it stops with me. And I don't care if it's Nick Bosa. I don't care if it's Aaron Donald. I don't care who's in the way. I don't. And he's not obnoxious about it. The contract got done. You never heard a word about it. Like, that's, man. We undervalue Penei Sewell in this town. We do.
Well, and me
for
and
real.
Maz.
And like, I know it's the nature of the offensive line of the position. They don't get the glory and everything like that. But you are watching the best at his position for his. He is Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
He is Miguel Cabrera of offensive linemen, and we're seeing it in real time.
And me and Maz went back and forth. He was a Micah Parsons guy. I was a Penei Sewell guy in that draft. He wanted Parsons because our defense was trash, and he would have thought Parsons would elevate our defense. And my argument back then was Brad Holmes just made the one thing that was pretty good about the Lions great. So we now have one great thing on the Lions. If you add Micah Parsons to a shitty defense, you don't have a great defense. You have Micah Parsons on a shitty defense having to do everything. So the way Brad Holmes went about this and built the offensive line and doubled down, like, yep, we already have Ragnow. We already have Decker. We already have all these other players in place. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go pluck the best tackle and throw him on the line. Because Rashawn Slater was also up in that draft, too, if you remember, as well.
And I would have taken either of them.
Well, this was when Adam Baydoun and I were doing the morning show. And
who?
Adam Baydoun, shout out, my guy.
Penei Sewell's the best.
Hope to see his face soon. But, yeah, we were talking about that, and the deal was with Rashawn Slater, he was already almost a finished product. He was gonna, you could insert him. He was as good as a product as you could get. With Penei Sewell, there was all this potential on the back end to where he could be leaps and bounds better than Rashawn Slater, and you've seen it come to fruition. Like, Penei Sewell was a rougher project coming out. You got to remember, he didn't play the year before we drafted him.
He was like 16, too, when he got drafted for some reason.
And he didn't play the year before, so it was like, oh, God, this is a question mark. Brad Holmes knew what he had. He knew what he went after, and he got his guy. I think we forget about all those things because it's just, this is our guy.
Yeah. I'll say that, you know what else about Penei Sewell? There's two things. And in the chat, 623 says, Penei's great, but couldn't hold Orlando Pace's jockstrap. And then 2 messages later than that, Blimpy says it well. And I don't know what they were talking about, but if he's talking about Penei Sewell, this is why he's better than Orlando Pace. It was a run sweep, and he got to the second level fast. Do you see when he pulls? Do you see when he catches passes? Let me know when Orlando Pace could have done that
It's like
stuff.
a fucking lion hunt down a gazelle. Like, literally, National Geographic when he gets
Put it in slow-mo.
When he starts pulling, it's National Geographic.
National Geographic should do that with the guy, like the narrator that they use.
should.
They should do that, man. That would be pretty. Yeah, that would be a great.
Entering the next level,
that would be
for a linebacker.
Yeah, that would be such a great clip. I'll tell you this too, and how I feel about Penei. And you guys know, like, I've been an apologist since minute one. Penei Sewell, when I see him on the field, as you brought up, this has to do with like the pregame because everybody gathers around him and they listen to what TF he has to say.
Yep.
Like, that's it. He makes me feel like safe as a fan. You know what I'm saying? like makes me feel good as a Lions fan, safe as a Lions fan. I'm like, that's our protector out there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would follow him literally anywhere because I know I can't be touched. Like, if I could go back to my Spenny times in the bar, and I've told you stories about when I've been, up in the up north bars and stuff like that, and situations happen. If I walked into a bar with Penei Sewell, you couldn't tell me nothing.
You ain't worried about shit. I might go start the fight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, but that's how he makes me feel like as a fan. I feel that way like when you're going onto the field, like Penei Sewell makes you feel like it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna win because Penei Sewell's out there. And that's why I know that's wild to hear.
And don't let me hear one of them pregame speeches. Oh man, like he is the heart and soul of this Lions team, man. Like without a doubt.
It is.
Without a doubt.
It's absolutely incredible, man. It's absolutely incredible. Michael 7842 preseason football blows. Yes, it does.
Shut up.
It does.
Shut up.
It does. Stick.
Shut up. Shut up.
It's stupid.
Yeah, you're stupid.
No, preseason football is stupid.
Well, no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Tell that to Isaac Tesla.
He
We're
should
going to
endorse Sanders.
jerk off for
Well-
the next 15 minutes about how well he's doing and what he did
Well-
in preseason. Oh, no, but preseason doesn't matter, Neil, so why are we
It-
even talking
it
about it?
doesn't
Like,
matter.
don't piss me off like this today. Please, not today.
Well, I mean, he could have just done that in a game too.
Oh, he could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that you have that case for everybody who's ever played in a preseason.
Correct. No, thank you.
We knew
But
this
it
was
doesn't.
coming, y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
It was only a matter of time.
He is showing that he is steps above his competition in preseason,
Which is why
and that
Brad Holmes went up and got
will
him.
translate to a real game. And once again, you're looking at this through the Lions lens. When I look around the league and I see starters at quarterback playing, I see starters at running back, I see starters at wide receiver playing, we are spoiled as Lions fans right now to where we're only judging third and fourth string. So yeah, it doesn't mean quite as much as your new quarterback getting some reps or your new wide receiver getting some reps, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and bash football. Like, it's the dumbest thing. Preseason football is still better than regular season any sport.
Spenny, can we chat poll it? Is preseason football dumb?
It's fair.
Pretty easy poll, I think.
Yeah, is preseason football dumb? I want to
I see
know
what you did there.
because I think it's dumb. Stick doesn't. I'm
It is
curious
not
to see
dumb.
where the people are.
It is not dumb.
It's dumb.